Hello, it's Gwyneth here on a fabulous Feel Good Friday, helping you to feel good about being you so that you just feel confident, you feel comfortable at interview, business pitches, in meetings, speaking up, telling other people what you think, all of those things. I want you to feel fabulous about being you. Now, yesterday I held a very short, a 60-minute online workshop, I called it, where I went through some basic issues, shall I say, about working from home or having to go back to the office, how to work on those working relationships. One of the things I've heard recently is that people say that actually during the pandemic their working hours have got even worse because they're so worried about what's going to be thrown at them the next day, not literally, but what's coming the next day, that they're checking their emails, they're writing emails deep into the night. And at the same time, we are seeing, or I'm seeing at least, I'm sure you are too, a lot of posts around, just be kind. You don't know what other people are going through. Be compassionate, be understanding. It's impossible to be that to all people, though, especially if you are feeling not great yourself. Now, this message is specifically aimed at those of you who are in charge of training budgets, because although training this year has been very slow, and I understand that some people are a little bit hesitant about, going online and how is it going to work and all the rest of it. The fact of the matter is, when I put that link out, when that was shared, I had over 900 clicks on the link, and for the workshop itself I had over 300 people register, and of those 300, 1/4 were from just one sector, one organization of the people that the link was shared with. Now, what does that tell you, lovely people who are in charge of training? That tells me that people are hungry to be able to understand, to learn how to manage their own emotions first. One of the questions that came up was, what do I do if I don't like my colleagues? Because isolation is a huge issue as well for many, many people. If you don't have a family, if you are living on your own and you're crawling up the walls, we don't like being on our own for a long time. Human beings, even those people who enjoy working from home, enjoy sort of knuckling down and being able to read a book and all the rest of it, there still has to be some kind of social something. It's not absolutely who we are, but we do identify with the people that are around us. And if you, so I said, if you're in that position, if you don't like your colleagues, then that's going to be very tough, because what I was suggesting was that if you are living on your own, it takes great effort, but your well-being is worth it when it comes to actually connecting, reaching out to other people. You don't have to tell them your deepest, darkest secrets, like I say every time. You could start off a work book club, virtual something or other. You don't have to be best friends with these people, but the conversation has to keep going. So like I said, if you are responsible for a training budget, first of all, think about this. You've got 3 months left of the year. Second of all, your colleagues, the people for whom you are responsible in whichever way, they are going through huge amounts of change. Just think about the change that you are feeling right now. Just think about the pressure that potentially you are wondering about, especially if you're in HR, especially if you're, having to potentially think about restructuring because budgets will be decreasing next year. Staff are going to have to be let go. There is a huge amount of stuff that is not being talked about at the moment. But the awful thing is that not enough organizations and businesses are actually providing the support to their staff so that they can manage that transition. Because if at the end of the day, providing soft skills training to your staff, it's not about professional development, it's not about technical, it's not about making them better at software packages or becoming better lawyers or good at procurement. And I'm not poo-pooing those things at all, don't get me wrong, those things are of course important, but right now human beings need to know how to manage this huge change that they are experiencing, some of them from day to day. At the end of the day, any day, it's about your organization. It's about the health of your organizational culture. It's about the health of the business that you presumably still want to keep going. It's about keeping people motivated, engaged to carry on doing the work, instead of money just going out, and you end up with harassment, bullying, disciplinary, and all the rest of it. I've seen it happen too often, and I haven't said enough about it probably myself. Soft skills training, emotional intelligence. How do I manage my emotions better? How do I let go of the need to want to control others? How do I let go of the need to want to be right all the time when I feel that a supervisor or somebody else is giving me a hard time? How do I actually manage myself in such a way to be able to have a conversation with those people to say, I'm feeling uncomfortable, or could we please sit down and talk about priorities? Those conversations aren't happening. And until people learn how to do that, then that negativity, that energy, it's all going in one direction only. So like I said, if you are responsible for a training budget, there are 3 months left of this year. You could be doing a huge amount to help those you are supposed to be supporting, not through technical training, but by actually helping them manage this change process, this emotional process, whatever it is you want to call it. And this week in my in the blurb, in the link, you will see that there is a link there for you to just fill out a very short form, to prevent us basically from emailing backwards and forwards, where I ask you a couple of questions and then we'll get on a call together to find out how I can support you. I will explain how the online training thing works. So a bit of a plug there. And if you go to somebody else for training, fine, whatever. But please think about giving your staff the best support that you possibly can as we move towards the end of the year, as potentially more people are going into a second set of lockdown. And just think about how you are feeling with all the stuff that's going on. Don't you want to feel better? I can help. Fill out the form and we'll be in touch. And in between times, I wish you a fabulous Feel Good Friday, an amazing weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep washing your hands. Loads of love, and bye for now.